welcome to everybody at SMWA, which stands the Southern Muslim Women's Association. As you all know, this is a very special day for our organization. It hardly seems possible that it is really 30 years since we were established. And there are still a few of us around who remember the 30 years before we were formed formally. In 1974, Najma Shah saw the newly arrived Muslim women were isolated and fearful in Sadr, and that they had nowhere to turn to the help. Najma selflessly devoted her time and energy to establishing a center where Muslim women could meet and feel safe and discuss their lives and the issue they face every day. Of course, this work continued to this day. As many of you know, Najma sadly passed away earlier this year. But it is a wonderful testament to her devotion to SMWA that her legacy is here for you all to see, working, learning and helping the people of Sadaq every day. Back on those early days, I helped out translating letters and helping in any way I could, as Muslim women from all over the world did their utmost to go with the integrate into English society. I had no idea I would still be there 35 years later. Perhaps if I had, I probably would have gone back to Pakistan. But seriously, it has been an amazing journey. In our very first day, we held our meeting in Najma's flat. Then Donald Scaffield, a Roman priest in Coplasa Center, he kindly offered us to start our work in a typical Roman Catholic church to set up a Muslim organization. And without the help of Donald Scaffield, we wouldn't have been survived 30 years. That all seems a long time ago in many ways, yet in some way it seems like yesterday, and many of the problems faced by Muslim women then are still a barrier today. But let's look on the bright side. We have achieved great things here at SMWA over the past 3 decades with the unfailing support of Sadr Council. Without Sadr Council, we wouldn't have been here. From day one, really, our core funding were coming from Sadr Council. So whatever we achieve today is Sadr Council really deserve a big credit on. I don't want to go through all the courses we do, it's a big list, but you have our annual review. Please, if you get time, please do read them and you can see how much work going on. It's a family center. We're covering what we call ourselves Cradle to Grave project. So we cover all members of family. Today our organization is able to help people in all sorts of ways that we couldn't even have dreamt to back then. And here I use the word people very carefully because today the association reaches women and men, boys and girls of all ages and of all faith and all cultures, from all walks of life. If you see this organization, really, it's not a Muslim organization in sense of this is only Muslim organization. We have users who are coming from different backgrounds, different cultures. Though the courses we run, we bring communities together and strive to enable young people in particular to create a positive career and life direction for themselves. This is the future, and this is what all our activities aimed at. You hear this kind of things a lot from organizations like ours, but please believe me when I say this isn't rhetoric. If I have the time today, have a look at our work our students have done and have a chat to them. They are all here, so if you get a chance, please talk to them. Better still come and visit us on a normal working day and see yourself. Engage the young people in what they are doing. It is sight of sore eyes in today's world where young people are so often vilified. The last couple of years have not been easy. The economic environment has meant that we have to struggle harder than ever to raise funds, to support the work we do. Yet this work is very essential. 30 years from now, the economic difficulties we are all currently facing will be long forgotten. But the work we have done in providing a home from home and a safe learning environment to guide Sadak's many disadvantaged people will live on as our legacy. But as long as we can make a real difference to the lives of the people we exist to help, no matter what obstacles are placed in our way, then we are fulfilled, and we have certainly achieving that since 1979. As many of you here today can testify, despite the tremendous difficulties I have witnessed at first hand over the last 3 decades of working with Sadak Muslim Women's Association, I have also seen an enduring spirit of trust, friendship and cooperation which transcends all religious and cultural barriers and which has overcome whatever cynicism was blocking our way. Our association is still run by Muslim women, but we also extend the hand of friendship across all cultures and ages. In this way, we truly help people integrate. Today, SMWA is shining light for the whole of the Sadak community and a wonderful example to the rest of the world of how harmony can be achieved through a learning and friendship. Even in these most disharmonious times, SMWA puts into practice each day of its working life the idea we should all be striving for a multicultural communities. Let us celebrate to take interest in our differences, and let's do this through extending our bank of knowledge and developing a deep understanding of all cultures. It is imperative that we get this message across to all members of our community, but particularly to our young people. This is why we have put such a lot of efforts into reaching young Muslim women and children in Sadak in recent times. If we look for the potential in all our young people rather than seeing them as a problem, and we look for the inherent goodness that lies within all people, then they will grow into their true potential. This is the future we are striving for. It is very likely that many of us won't be here in another 30 years time as we get older, so we realize what's important in life and how the thing we thought so important when we were much younger aren't really very important at all. If I can project myself forward 30 years from now, I hope that the world is far more peaceful place and that here in this part of South London, SMWA is still going about the business quietly and efficiently, just as it's always done. Thank you very much.
Really delighted to see the progress they've made in all the years that I can think of, which is the 30th anniversary. I had heard about this organization many, many years ago. In fact, some friends used to say there is one of the best women's organization in Sadak that I should visit, but somehow I couldn't make it. But about a few years ago, I came to this organization. I was really impressed with the work that Mr. and Mrs. Zafar Iqbal have been putting into it. I organize at the House of Lords Community Awards, and Zafar Iqbal was nominated for the Community Award for his work. And so it was an eye-opener to see that the amount of time and work that he has put into this, that he really rightfully deserved the Community Award from the House of Lords.
We've been working very closely with them for about 2 years. That's the length of time I've been here. In East Dulwich, as well as coming over and sharing in South Camberwell's good work. And obviously their support network goes wide and varied. So, yeah, we've been working very closely with them.
The work that, as a Muslim organisation, there's a lot of issues concerning in the media and in the headlines. We're trying to work around Safer Neighbourhood is to work with younger people and to implement different ideas and sharing. So we've had on this forum, we have parents, young people, through discussion. So we're trying to overcome some of the issues to feel that it has to be a partnership between the safer neighbourhood and community of SMWA. And I think we have got a vision that we would like to take this project. So we've been meeting up for about 3 months now, and they have been going very well. We've had very good attendance from our communities, and hopefully we're trying to set up something on a Saturday for our young people about their safety, if they're on the street, to be more streetwise, and if they are stopped and searched, what is asked and how things should be addressed. So they will be having a lot of support working with our officers, the safer neighbourhood.
Yeah, I've been working with the community. I've been getting to know the members of the community. They consist of Muslim women from the local environment, different groups of Muslim women from the local environment all coming together. The family center, they bring in their children, they have a creche facility, there's adult education going on. There's so many things in the family center actually, and it's so nice being here. Yeah, Zafar is a very nice man. He's a very gentle man, very respectful and hardworking man, and he manages the staff very well, I must say. In the 30th anniversary, I'm looking forward to some great things, and I'm happy to be here.
I'm part of a band called Baraka, a music ensemble. All the musicians are Christian, Jewish and Muslim. So we're playing at the end of the evening.
I play percussion, but also play the North African mandola. I think a few years, because I remember once it's been actually, if I'm not wrong, it's been about 4 or 5 years ago. We did a festival in the park, and Mohammed Al-Fayed was invited. And actually on that day I was performing with my band as well, with my Algerian band. And that's how I hear about you.
Okay, so how do you know about this 30th celebration they're doing it this evening?
Because I was invited, obviously, to perform with Baraka through Mohammed Nazam.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فتور ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير ولقد زينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وجعلناها رجوما للشياطين وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور تكاد تميز من الغيظ كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتكم نذير قالوا بلى قد جاءنا نذير فكذبنا وقلنا ما نزل الله من شيء إن أنتم إلا في ضلال كبير وقالوا لو كنا نسمع أو نعقل ما كنا في أصحاب السعير فاعترفوا بذنبهم فسحقا لأصحاب السعير إن الذين يخشون ربهم بالغيب لهم مغفرة وأجر كبير وأسروا قولكم أو اجهروا به إنه عليم بذات الصدور ألا يعلم من خلق وهو اللطيف الخبير صدق الله العظيم.
I was extremely pleased to hear that I was invited tonight. It's been a very difficult week for me, and it's been a very difficult day. I started out at a Catholic Mass with the victims of the tragic Lacanau fire this morning, and I've worked my way through the day, and I'm ending with a lovely celebration for Muslim women. So for me, this demonstrates the poignancy of the diversity in Southwark, and I think this is probably the most inspiring thing about being a deputy mayor and being a councillor in this borough. So I thank you again for inviting me, and God bless you all.
Unfortunately, Muslim women, haven't had the best experience in recent times and in previously as well. The way our faith is interpreted, the way we're projected, the way our culture treats us, and it's great, treats women. And as a father of 2 daughters, and I wish I brought my 9-year-old and my 8-year-old here, it's wonderful to see women-led, women-run, women-inspired organisations doing wonderful work. The second thing that's wonderful to see is, I'm afraid, the faith that some of us practice has not had the best experience recently. There are a minority of people who claim in the name of our faith to do things which isn't what our faith is about. It's wonderful to see people of Muslim faith and that ethos doing wonderful things. It's really good to see police officers here, the local SNT team, the deputy mayor, members of the wider Southwark community and those outside of Southwark, seeing for themselves the wonderful work Muslim women, British Muslim women, do.
Let's start with our sister Najma. 30 years ago, who actually had a thought in her mind that there was time that we actually had something for Muslim women. And she said to her brother, Zafar, don't you think we should do something? And what does Zafar do? He said, fine, let's do something. And he takes his typewriter out. You know those old-fashioned typewriters? He takes one of those out, sits in a corner, and born was SMWA.
Where do we go from here? And it's about young people. Where will you take us from here? 30 years, as Zafar mentioned, whether we'll be here or not. But it's about, you tell us where you would like the Southwark Council to help you and to be part of the British culture that you deserve to be. I'm not going to do a speech, because when I do become very passionate and very emotional, I will have that for another time. But now what I'd like to see, for Zafar and I, we've been here a long time, and it is difficult to tell a story because we're using the word story. I used to use the word journey, but today's a story. A story that we both, I think a lot of people have told on our behalf. It began long, long time ago. I've been with him for 25 years in the organisation. It has been tough and tumble, but alhamdulillah, I survived. And today we would like to say a big thank you to the people who were behind us. I want to just mention about a great woman behind all this. Her name was Mrs. Najma Shah, and she was my sister-in-law, who I loved very much. She passed away in January, so I want to give that space to her. Because of her, this is where we are. And I'd like, on her behalf, to say thank you to everybody, that Zafar and I, inshallah, will take her dream further for years to come, that she knows that the promise we've kept with her to say that, inshallah, our Baba used to call her big sister, that we will take this organisation, because you devoted she was a mother of 4 children, a single parent. She devoted her time for her community, and I think today I'd like to give her that honour and that space. Can we put our hands together for her, Mrs. Najma?
started this project in 1975, but actually the actual constitution written on 1979. So it's almost 30 years today. Obviously, our center moving towards higher education now. We are running courses like childcare, teaching assistant, English, pre-entry, level 1, level 2 and level 3. One of the projects we recently developed is 14 to 16 children who are disengaged with schools. So schools are offering, we are offering our services to schools in order for help to those young peoples. They come once a week, they spend whole day with us and do fashion and design, BTech and childcare courses on BTech. So that's very challenging. Challenging in sense that we are literally changing those children's name. They lost interest in education and now they are back to their track. And they have very sort of different perception when they came, but spending 1 year with us, they have totally transferred to a proper adults. We have roughly about 27 nationalities who are using our center. It's a very diverse community who come to our center. We have people from all walk of life, people from different backgrounds. They all come to different Muslim background, and we are opening our doors to anyone who can respect our culture and our religion, but they are most welcome to come and join us. To set up this whole thing together, it's a teamwork. So I'm really sort of privileged to have young people working with me who understand, who on the very beginning, that really what we need to do today. And Alhamdulillah, I see that whatever we originally thought, we have achieved. Everybody has left with a very positive mood, so it's a successful program. I'm very pleased. So, obviously, if we have a bigger place, we could do even better. But I think we have going to sit together after the event, and we are going to discuss where we gone wrong, and we'll get everybody's opinion that if anything we need to resolve, then we will, inshallah, address that.
I really enjoy the ceremonies that they have here, and I thought the dancer was quite fantastic, and the music. So I think yes, it's always wonderful when I come here.
Well, it's interesting because I've been doing some work with Muslim women in East Dulwich, and I know them better. And I've only found out about this organization a couple of months ago. I was doing some work with the Youth Provision Office, which is upstairs, and I saw the sign, and I tried to knock on the door to come in and introduce myself, but there was nobody home. So I'm very happy to be invited. It's been a very interesting evening tonight. When I did my speech, I was going to read a poem, and I got too shy at the last moment. So I'm going to read it now. And it's a poem by Rumi, who is a great Sufi poet, as you all probably know. And this is how it goes. It says, "You have no idea how hard I've looked for a gift to bring to you. Nothing seemed right. What's the point of bringing gold to the gold mine or water to the ocean? Everything I came up with was like taking spices to the Orient. It's no good giving my heart and my soul to you because you already have these things. So I brought you a mirror. This way you can look at yourself and remember me."
much. As I said, it's really wonderful to be here playing for you. And before we carry on, we have got quite a condensed evening. But before we carry on, I'd like to introduce the band members to you. So starting on the very left, on the keyboards, this is Mark Hinton Stewart. Please give him a big hand. On the violin, this is Serena Leader. Give her a big hand. On the bass, this is the fantastic Eustace Williams. And on the darbuka and the percussion, all the way from Algeria, by way of Blackheath, this is Abdul Qadir Sadoun. And my name is Mohammed Mazan. And we're going to continue with a tune, and to sing it for you, I'd like to introduce you to our master percussionist, but also a fantastic singer. Please give a big hand for Chantel Duncan.
Ooh.
बताइए कितने वक्त अब आप ये इस कम्युनिटी सेंटर में आती है?
मुझे मेरी जो बड़ी सिस्टर थी वो तो काफ़ी अरसा से, तकरीबन 25 ईयर से, मैं 3 ईयर्स से।
तो आज का ये इवनिंग कैसे था?
इवनिंग बहुत अच्छा था, नाइस था।
ये फूड वगैरह सब कुछ आपने एंजॉय किया?
एंजॉय किया मैंने, बहुत एंजॉय किया। म्यूजिक बड़ा एंजॉय किया मैंने अंदर। नाइस म्यूजिक भी था, काफ़ी कह लें कि इंतजाम इनका अच्छा था।
अच्छा, तो आपके पास ये बहुत अच्छा फ्लावर है, इस किसने दिया है आपको ये?
जफर, मिस्टर जफर ने दिया।
अच्छा, आप कुछ बता सकते हैं उसके बारे में?
मिस्टर जफर के बारे में मैं इतना जानती हूँ कि वो बहुत नाइस लोग हैं, पाकिस्तानी हैं, और 30 इयर्स हो गई इन्हें। पहले इनकी सिस्टर चलाती थी, स्टार्ट उन्होंने किया था, इनकी सिस्टर नजमा ने। उसके बाद अब इन दोनों मियां बीवी इसको चला रहे हैं, और माशाल्लाह बहुत अच्छे हैं, बड़े नाइस हैं, बहुत नाइस हैं ये दोनों मियां बीवी, जफर एंड आबदा।
Oh, the evening's fantastic. I mean, we knew a few weeks ago that this event was going to happen, and like I say, we were here yesterday, and so we were preparing ourselves for today. It's fantastic. The food's been great. The hospitality is very welcoming, and and looking at some of the different cultures and the way things are done, the dancer, the music, it's been a brilliant day.
I mean, it's amazing, especially seeing it as a child growing up, seeing how hard my father and mother have worked, and it's quite humbling to see the progress they've made over the years from such a small project which used to be in a room to such a big event now that involves the whole community. So it's really nice to see, and I wish them the best for the future. I think it's important for especially ladies. Ladies are they're the footstone of our community. I mean, mothers are the first things we have, and to educate them is the most important thing. To educate into our children, our future. So mothers are the most important things, especially women. We need to empower them the most out of anyone else, I think. I think the only way it could be improved is maybe involving a lot more people, maybe marketing it to a wider audience. But I think it's so nice seeing such a holistic bunch of people coming together from all sorts of backgrounds. So it's always nice in an SMWA event. Everyone looks like a family. Everyone is a family here, which is a nice thing. So it was a very nice event.
I've known this organization for the past 6 months, which one of my friends introduced me to it, which was Husna. Well, basically it's an Islamic cultural thing, so I'm a Muslim. For me, being a Muslim, I want to get more experience of my religion and all that, so that's why I came here to get more experience of it. I actually find it more interesting, to see what other people think of our religion, and to know what their opinions are about us, or what they think of our religion, which means that we can discuss the emptiness of our religion and their things, and then we can get somewhere, to help of our religion and everything. The music was lovely. It was different cultures, different music, which was very interesting to see and to hear and all that. The people were very nice people, and also the police and all that. They came over, the metropolitan people. Basically, I asked them some questions about how to deal with some criminals and whatever, and they answered my questions very well.
Basically, I found out this organization because some of my friends used to came in this organization, so they told me about it. When I came and see, so the people, the staff, the manager was really nice and friendly. So I just accept to come and to help them and to learn some more about my religion and other mixed people, or come in here like in the party and see how they reacting and how Islamic party and event is.
And today I was very much impressed with you. You were interviewing a lot of people from all walks of life. For example, the deputy mayor was here. There were people from MPs. And how did you find when you were doing these interviews with these people? How did you feel?
Well, it was first of all I was feeling a bit nervous. Then, as soon as I see the people were friendly, and I seen the staff of this organization was just so nice, and that made me give me a lot of impression to act more nice in front of people. And it was just nice and nice time I have ever had in my life.
Also, I'm very impressed what you're saying as a young person. I think this is what we want to do, is to promote work with young people. And I'm very much impressed with you, the way that you handled, because we didn't do any rehearsals. And I think Mr. Iqbal kind of put you on the spot, and you extremely performed very well in front of the cameras and how you perceived yourself. And I really want to thank you for the role that you have played, and you were very mature and very much assertive in what you were doing. And inshallah, before we finish, would you like to tell us what you're studying?
Yeah, sure. I'm studying Health and Social Care Level 3 in Copeland School, which is in Wembley, and I'm doing other stuff as well, which is including radio station, which I'm doing as a voluntary work on there, interviewing other people, but not in front of camera. Just I have a recorder which I'm recording them and putting on the live from the studio.
Okay, so I'm just again touched on a lot of things like volunteering and the work that you're going to do, and I think to end today's event, I really want to say a thank you, and I wish that we can have young people like you, like yourself, to come back. And I've seen many people today who were playing an active role in the organisation, and I think that really has performed very well for us. Thank you very much.
Inshallah.